Welcome back to Gym Fit 50. I'm Donovan. In the previous video, I was talking about how that I haven't been well the last while. I'm not quite sure what I got, but when I really know that I'm not feeling well, I don't try and push it going to gym because that's a recipe for disaster. I have unfortunately learned the hard way. And so for me, I don't mind taking a week off, sometimes even 2 weeks off, just to really make sure that I'm good to go again, because we don't want to get a relapse. Because I don't know, some of you, if you had a relapse, you think you're okay, and then you go back to gym, and then all of a sudden, a day or so later, it just hits you really hard, and then you are down and out for the next while again. So I'm dealing with comfort foods that you can eat when you're not feeling well. Of course, it's all in moderation. So, like I said in the previous video, if you haven't watched it and want to go watch it, I make meatballs and, well, fricadelles, whatever you want to call them. They actually are really yummy. If you need like more of a kind of a portion thing, or like a recipe or quantities, just let me know in the comment section, and I can probably put something together for you. But we are dealing with scones today. I'm not sure for some of you say scones, but the correct way is scones. So we are going to be doing cream scones. They are just really yummy. They're a whole different type of scones that a person can make, but the cream scones are just so awesome. Also, I unlike with making the meatballs, I am actually using a cookbook. So this is a South African cookbook that we have had for, gosh, I mean, it could be 25 to 30 years. It's been stuck together numerous times with some tape. And the thing that I use it for most is cream scones. It is actually something my daughter and I, we used to like make together. So this is kind of nostalgic in some ways. I mean, she's still, she lives close by, but she's not here to do that with me today. So unlike the recipe, for lack of better words, for the meatballs, I am actually following a proper protocol of quantities for the scones. So what we need is we got all-purpose flour that we're going to use. You need baking powder. You need sugar. You need salt. Eggs, and then it says slightly sour cream, but I just use like heavy organic whipping cream, and it does the trick really well. I don't even use milk. If you want to, you can. I just find with the eggs and with the heavy whipping cream, it makes it, well, in essence, nice and fluffy and nice and creamy. So what we're gonna have to do is we'll have to start off with sifting the flour, because otherwise it gets all chunky and stuff like that, which of course for this we do not want. So okay, so it says that we need to use 2 cups of flour. So we'll just use this thing for 2 cups of flour. Gosh. So I don't know if for some of you, if this is kind of gratifying, when a person does this and you see it come out, all nice and fluffy. I mean, it looks like powdered sugar. It's kind of cool. So I don't know if you guys can, see that. It just looks so nice and fluffy over there. Okay, so now that we've got that out the way, okay, it says 4 teaspoons of baking powder. So I actually made sure this morning, actually had to go to Trader Joe's because I didn't have everything. So okay, 4 teaspoons. Okay, so a tablespoon of sugar. I mean, that's not too much sugar. I mean, what do you guys think? It's not crazy amount. And then we need a half a teaspoon of salt. And this is where I break the rules a little bit when it comes to using eggs and cream. So I put 2 eggs in because I find that it actually is really nice and fluffy when a person adds 2 eggs. So that can, you can decide what you want to do in that regard, but I think that that's actually really nice. Actually, let me just kind of mix this around just before I do that. Also, I'm curious, how many of you out there actually enjoy baking, or cooking for that matter? I mean, let me know. I mean, especially in the guys, do you like to, bake and cook and all that kind of fun stuff? And the one thing you really want to make sure that you avoid is getting eggshells inside here. I think that has happened to me once before. Okay, so now, do people follow like organic? Do you go with organic? Does it mean anything to you? Or do you just get whatever? So you can see that I add, this container was full, and it was newly opened, and I'm nearing the end. But the heavy whipping cream really does it does make it more fluffy, and of course adding the 2 eggs does that as well. So I think it's almost good to go. It's looking. I like the way the consistency actually looks right now. So the thing that we're going to be doing is you need to set your oven to between 450 and 475 for Fahrenheit. For if you're in Celsius, it'll be 250 degrees Celsius, and you bake it for 10 to 12 minutes. I'll actually put I'll take this recipe and I'll actually put it in the description. So if you want to make it, and then once again, I'm kind of curious. Do you guys make scones? Have you made scones? And if so, how do you make them? Because once again, I would like to try out your recipe. So share it with me in the comment section. So what we need to do now is we're gonna put them in this baking tray. I'm just gonna use my fingers, to do this over here, just to grease up the baking tray. Once again, my hands are clean, so you can use wax paper or whatever. I just couldn't find anything today. I forgot about that. Gosh, it seems like I haven't done this in a while, and it sure does take a little bit of work to do this. But this is really important because you do not want your scones to stick in this. I don't know if I can't remember if this is like a non-stick thing, but like I've said before, I've learned the hard way. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we are going to just put that in there. So this doesn't have to be perfect the way it falls in here. Well, at least with me it doesn't have to be. I don't know about you, maybe some of you guys are more perfectionists, but when it comes to stuff like this, I don't know, it gives it character. Okay, so there you have it. So now this is going to go in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Between 450 and 475, 250 degrees Celsius. The thing as well is that I will, at about 12 minutes, I'm probably going to be checking to see if they are actually done. And then sometimes what I've actually had to do is put tinfoil over the top, because inside they are not cooked yet, but then you don't want the top to burn. So, because that is really not nice for a scone. And then to serve scones, like the real, like English kind of way to do it, is you have tea, and not crappy tea, please. You're going to do something like 5 Roses, Yorkshire, PG Tips, English breakfast, something like that. So if you guys are going to make these scones, make sure that you get one of those teas. Okay, you got to have the tea with the scones, and then you got to take the heavy whipping cream, maybe the remainder of this, and then you got to beat it up. And then you get strawberry jam, and you have that with the scones. So when this is baked, I'm going to show you how I am going to enjoy tea and scones. We'll be back soon. So we're back with the scones. See the scones? That is just so yummy right there. So I actually ended up making, putting the oven on for 460 degrees Fahrenheit. And I had to, initially I set it for 10 minutes. And then I set it for 2 minutes. I checked them, another 2 minutes, and checked them. I think I ended up doing, I'm not sure, it was 14 and a half minutes. And I did put the tin foil over the top after about, I think, 12 minutes, just to make sure that they didn't, burn. You don't want them crispy. That's the thing, is the scone is not meant to be crispy, if you know anything about scones. Okay, so let's dive in. All right, so you see, putting that butter in there, I mean, it just came out just effortlessly. This is so good. People, comfort food. Yes. All right, so I whipped up some cream, some heavy whipping cream, and then I've got some yummy strawberry jam. This is actually from France. I'm actually trying it for the first time, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. And then tea, English breakfast tea. You got to have tea, and also do not put sugar in your tea. I kind of feel like the same way about coffee, but you have to be able to taste the tea. You have to be able to taste the coffee. But in this situation, taste the tea with the scone, all that kind of stuff. So, okay, so we're going to just cut that open a little bit. Oh, look at that. I mean, just look at that. Look how beautiful that is inside. I mean, it's just so nice and fluffy. Okay, so what we do now is we get some jam. And, you could be a little bit generous with jam. And then we'll just, I just have them separate. I don't make it, it's not like a sandwich. You have it, you don't make a sandwich out of this thing. That's kind of scandalous when it comes to scones. So that's kind of what you do. And then you have the scone like that. And then the cream, oh, the cream. Oh, and then you gotta put a healthy, portion of cream on there. The fat is good for you, folks. The cream, it's good. I mean, obviously, you can't just like go over the top, but the whole thing is that if our body needs to burn fat, we need to eat fat. Like good oils, fat, all that kind of stuff, okay? Keep the sugar down, increase the fat, increase the protein. So, okay, so what do we do? The tea first or the scone? Of course, the scone. Oh, my word. This is so good. I wish it could be out with me right now. Got a little tea with that. Ah, a thing of beauty. Well, there you go, guys. Let me know in the comment section, what you are thinking about remember, your comfort food. Do you guys bake scones? Do you bake? Do you cook? Do you like to cook and bake? So this has been a real fun time of cooking and baking some comfort food. I am not sure what the next video is going to be about, but who knows? Maybe we will bring someone else in. We will cook something together. We will talk about fitness. We'll talk about food. We'll talk about health, mixed martial arts. Haven't forgotten about that. Have a lovely time. Enjoy your time of baking and cooking and eating well and having those cheat days every now and then. Until next time, see you then.